what's up, Sussex Squad? How y'all doing today? What's up, Tattletales? Listen, the Jeremy Clarkson thing has gone overboard. Camilla's running for cover. You hear those little horsey hooves. She's running for cover. Kate thought that she somehow got a dig in by wearing all burgundy, to the little Christmas carol. That again, once again, it's stupid, it's boring, and it's ill thought out, much like Kate's wardrobe and all her life choices. But y'all, what am I talking about? Meghan and Harry are back in the news. We have people from the king, from the palace's court, from the future, not even the future queen, from the court, the current My Little Pony in charge, Camilla Parker Bowles, her good friend, has slandered Meghan's name, and the whole world is in an uproar. So you know what that means? William probably cheating, y'all. Listen, now we don't know for certain if William is cheating, but I do want to say this: I don't know for certain if William's cheating, but if William is found to be cheating, I wouldn't be surprised, because this has all the markings of when Harry and Meghan first got married. Meghan was on a high. She was reaching astronomical views. Harry and Meghan were the new golden couple. William allegedly was on his hands and knees, just getting in there, pruning rose bushes, if you know what I mean. And then the press started to attack Harry and Meghan for any and everything. You guys, one thing I can say about the royals, they are predictable. History does repeat itself. Camilla held the luncheon, invited Piers Morgan and Jeremy Clarkson, who, by the way, if you haven't seen my own video, go watch it. Jeremy Clarkson is so vile and so, in my opinion, sexually obsessed with Meghan Markle. I would get a restraining order against him. I'm not joking. Think about it. If this was just a regular thing and somebody wrote an article about you like that, that is literally evidence for you to be in front of the emergency courtroom at 2:38 in the morning, reading verbatim what he wrote so the judge can give you an emergency restraining order. But the one thing that flew under the radar, and the one thing that everybody wanted to fly under the radar, is the fact that William went to his first or second girl, his long love, right, wedding without Kate. Now listen, this is normal, right? William's first girlfriend, he often visited alone without Kate. And even when she got married, he went to the wedding without Kate. Why do I feel like William, being the king of England, requested his guards stand in front of the bride's chambers? And he gave her something old and something borrowed and something blue. Before the wedding started. Again, remember how it is in Game of Thrones? The king has to defile all the women in the land before anybody can marry them. I'm just saying, right? Jeremy Clarkson said he was making a Game of Thrones entry. So am I. But all jokes aside, we don't know if William is still pruning rose bushes or if he's still dipping into his ex-girlfriend's honeypot. It is odd that every single time William does something that is not befitting of what a married man, and something that makes people raise their eyebrows, all of a sudden they attack Harry and Meghan. But what changed? What changed in the situation? Well, I'll tell you what changed. Simple. Harry and Meghan have accumulated power, and this is the one thing the palace didn't want, and this is the one thing that they were scared of, and this is the one thing they were afraid of. Let me tell you something, right? Harry and Meghan are a formidable team. Harry, in my mind, is definitely the more emotional one, and he reacts out of anger. He's also been mentally abused by that institution, but he's been raised by that institution too. So you know how when you're raised by a certain way, you have a certain way of thinking. And even though he's trying hard to get rid of his unconscious bias, it's kind of like that institution built him. So you know that old saying, the master's tools cannot dismantle the master's house? Yeah, except when there's someone that doesn't live in the house holding the tool. And that person would be Meghan Markle. It would have been easy when they were bullying them, running them out, getting their security, to start crying to the newspapers. But who would have believed them? Because you had the mighty press machine, and everybody in the US was like, huh? What's going on? Even Tyler Perry was like, what is going on? But what did they do? Meg took that time when they thought that they were crushing them and humiliating them and doing what they can to get back on their feet. Meg took that time to leverage all the assets she had and take it to her Hollywood friends and literally and she's so long-sighted, not a TV role, not a made-for-TV movie. No. She wanted a production deal. The way Harry, Invictus, BetterHelp, mental health, they parlayed that into huge partnerships. Now, one, they stayed true to who they were. They all did it with some type of social activism, right? Really trying to make the world a better place. But on the other hand, if you think about it, they accumulated power. They worked diligently. And when they finally chose to open their mouth, boom, the world heard. What was the first time? The Oprah interview. I know they have been doing like the Daily Mail, the tabloids, and this to that. This is why the royal family got so mad, because at the end of the day, history will remember the Oprah interview. History will not remember whatever the people on Bond Street or High Street are saying, and they won't remember what the Daily Mail printed for 2 years. That is literally in the cultural lexicon. What's the next move they did? I know the royal experts think they cornered, oh, look, we have all the history books. Don't I read history books anymore? What are you talking about? AI intelligence is taking over everything. But what did they do? They leveraged their Netflix deal and they told their story. But in telling their story, they created their own archive. They created something living and breathing and full and nuanced, and something that has been incorporated in the lexicon of history. Again, so what's the newest thing, right? Because I just have to let you know about these massive mistakes that the palace is making, but good for them. One, let's talk about where they messed up. So you understand the way Meghan and Harry accumulated power. Jeremy Clarkson has been writing crazy stuff about Meghan for the last 3 years. Truly vile stuff. Racist, misogynistic, just disgusting and vile, right? The reason that column was getting so much attention is because Harry and Meghan's plan worked. Everybody watched that Netflix documentary, and now the world is on Harry and Meghan's side. At the very least, they now have eyes on the institution to see if there's any truth to what Harry and Meghan allege. And of course, because the palace is so arrogant and so stupid and so cocky and so dim-witted and just so slow, right? What did they do? They took the same old playback they've been using to hurt Harry and Meghan, and they tried to institute it again. But like always, they didn't bother to see that the playing field had changed. People either went to their side or they were watching. So Camilla, being the petty, vindictive person it appears she was, right? Based off of what I saw, watch my old videos. If you want to see what I base it on and make your own opinion, decided to invite Meghan's arch enemies to lunch and be seen walking with them, right? Because they wanted them to know it came from me. And then right after that lunch, Clarkson released his most vile commentary left. So what happened? People on their side, uproar. The world that was watching, uproar. And they literally solidified everything that Harry and Meghan ever said about them in one stupid, dumb, cruel PR move. But this is Camilla. Because if you look at Diana and her own story, if you look at the Panorama interview, if you look at all the ways that Camilla mentally tortured Meghan, Camilla is rude. Camilla is vile. And listen, and her appetite to mentally torture people seems like it can't be satiated. You can give her all the oats and apples you want. She will still come at somebody she doesn't like. So that happened. But then again, the royal women, with Kate as head mean girl in charge, Kate literally for the Christmas special, I don't care what you guys say, she dresses like she is one of the villains out of Harry Potter, even down to her mismatched this is Kate's eyebrows, because her Botox and her facelifts, it looks like just aren't working. Do we know if Kate had Botox or facelifts? No. But can we say that most likely her face is having, I don't know, the insides reflecting the outside? Absolutely. I say also to say, the Daily Mail actually put an article with Charlotte in Burgundy and Kate in Burgundy saying, was this a snub to Meghan? Why? Because they think we're stupid. They did that snub and the world said, that was lame. So they decided to put it up on Daily Mail because the world didn't realize how much that they were trying to humiliate Meghan. But the thing is, Meghan's so disconnected. While she was in that world, I'm sure she cared, but Meghan has disconnected from all of this. And what is happening? They took the time to get that little dig in. Now, what should they really be worried about? The fact that William is up to their old tricks. The fact that it looks like Kate and William are not even living in the same household. The fact that all the talk again has come up about why the royal family is doing this, and why William went to his ex-girlfriend's wedding without Kate, and why Kate is never around or even allowed around any of the women that William is around. You guys, listen, we get it. For centuries, the ruling class in London has done this. And for centuries, they've never actually been called out. But once again, and this is the thing they're really upset about, Harry and Meghan have accumulated an astronomical amount of power. And they're now yielding it. And they can't cope. And what they are trying to do, and what they are trying to cope with, is just like, it's sad and it's pathetic. Interestingly enough, there was one woman, Catherine Whelan, I just leave you with this. She said, my unverified theory is that William cheated on Kate with Rose Hanbury right around the time Meghan was finding success in her role. The firm fed her to the wolves to kill the story and protect their next queen from being upstaged. Oddly enough, the Tatler article too was rumored to be Rose slapping Kate's hand and putting on her face to say, don't you know that you will never have a faithful husband, and I rank higher than you, okay? You are here by invitation only. I was born into this place. If you want more, I have a whole Royals playlist. If you want more information, I actually detail the rumors around Will, Rose, Kate, and how that unfolded. It unfolded. It's pretty juicy, right? But getting back into what I'm saying, right? Listen, people are saying that Whelan, after she wrote that, she's a big editor for something. What's she the big? Oh, she's the managing editor at the Wall Street Journal. She tweeted her theory. A few hours later, her account was completely deleted. People are saying perhaps it was on Rupert Murdoch's orders, because Rupert Murdoch owns the Wall Street Journal, The Sun, and the Times London. And the Sun and Times seem to be under strict orders to tamp down and flatly ignore gossip about William's wandering scepter. That was direct from Celeb Bitchy. Go ahead and follow them. They actually have really, really good royal gossip, okay? But anyway, getting back to what I am saying, right? Again, Whelan kind of has the timeline wrong, they're saying. And listen, go ahead and read the thing. Let's get back to the point, because I'm actually getting in the wolves, right? But even Richard Kay and a lot of people broke the story that perhaps William might be having an affair with one of Kate's good friends. And around that time, Meghan did get fed to the wolves. Again, this is where the royal family actually messed up. They're using the same playbook to say the same thing. And they're coming off as looking as stupid, as lame, and as insignificant. But you know what? I said it once and I said it again. Long live the monarchy. Charles, you fought for Camilla. And you did a 20-year campaign and sacrificed everything, even you becoming the future king when you should have taken your place. I firmly believe that the queen sat on the throne for so long because she thought that Charles was unfit to rule, and she was punishing him for the damage that him and Camilla caused the monarchy. That's just my opinion. You put all this time, all this effort, even your own, because you know Charles wants that power, all on the line for this woman who in one stupid, petty, dumb, vile lunch destroyed all the goodwill. You are the laughingstock of the world. Everybody has eyes on you, but not for the reason you want. Kate and her mean good antics are falling flat. And that sad thing is, William's not even around. You guys, listen, I would say they deserve, and I hope the monarchy doesn't last another generation, but they will destroy themselves in this generation. And I, for one, can't wait to see it. Anyway, Sussex Squad, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of what you thought of Meghan and Harry's documentary. Again, the Sussex have accumulated real power. And I know the royals are like, we have more money. We're an institution, the queen of the realm. Let me tell you something. It's a new day and age. And the queen of the realm cannot compete with even the average internet blogger. Welcome to the 20th century. Cheerio and hip hip hooray. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.